Man has done the devil's tango infinite times. I mean, infinite's a pretty strong word, but I would say, like, I don't know, a decent amount, yeah? Devil's tango. Devil's tango. But I would say, like, I don't know, a decent amount, yeah?
I mean, my man is referring to doing the deed as the devil's tango. How much you want to bet he's literally never done it one single time? Today, we're going to be checking out a PG family-friendly PNG YouTuber where the only thing they talk about on their channel is smashing. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Like, if this guy's going to be telling stories about what he is already, he might as well just go all out. Instead, he makes up all these weird code words to try to, like, mask what he's saying a little bit. It just doesn't work, though.
Remember back when I was a kid? I had this friend with a really hot mom. Like, his mom was super hot.
My friend's mom was so hot. YouTube content in 2022, everyone. Here it is.
And I remember one time our friend invited us over to watch a hockey game that was going on, because I'm Canadian, if you guys don't know. And I remember when we were watching this hockey game together, his mom ended up having some big guy over, and he was scary. And he was massive. I remember when he walked through the door, he looked at us saying, "Hope you guys enjoy the hockey game." And he went upstairs to see my friend's hot mom. Afterwards, we ended up hearing a lot of crazy noises like, "Ah!"
Yeah. What the fuck, dude? I mean, like, do we seriously have to cover this guy right now? I really don't want to go through this. I genuinely don't think I could do this right now.
Crazy noises like, "Ah!" And that went on for, I want to say, almost half an hour.
Let me just remind you that this guy will go this far into the details of the stories, yet he still says stuff like devil's tango.
But then they stopped, and I ended up going upstairs because I had to go to the bathroom. The main bathroom that I would usually use that's in the hallway is being used, but what ended up happening next was absolutely not worth it. Fall for part 2.
Oh, of course, follow for a part 2. Maybe if you didn't spend 3/4 of the video talking about literally nothing, you could fit this all into one part. Like, I have a genuine hatred towards these part 2 schemes that people do on TikTok and shorts. Also, who the hell is this guy's audience? How down bad do you have to be to, like, actually sit there and listen to these stories and genuinely, like, get into it and shit? Anyways, here's part 2 to the I watched his mom do it series. I'm so excited.
Remember when I went upstairs and I had to go to the bathroom? The main one is being used, so I went to the one in his mom's bedroom in the master bedroom.
No, this dude's actually a creep. What the hell? In the last story, he literally just explained how he heard the two doing the devil's tango or whatever the hell he wants to call it. And out of nowhere, he decides he has to use the bathroom. And oh no, coincidentally, the other bathroom's closed, so it looks like I'm gonna have to go into the hot mom's bedroom. Like, what the fuck is this? Genuinely.
I remember going in there, seeing both my friend's hot mom and this big guy that she brought over weren't there anymore. Apparently they went downstairs to get a cup of water. So I remember going in there and using their bathroom. But then when I came out of the bathroom, I remember hearing the big guy coming upstairs with the hot mom. I was absolutely scared and I had no idea what to do.
He had no idea what to do in this situation. How stupid is this guy? Holy shit. How about you just yell and say that you're using their bathroom? Or if you were done using the bathroom, why wouldn't you just leave the room as they're coming up the stairs? The worst that's gonna happen is they're gonna ask why you were in that bathroom specifically, and then you're gonna just answer honestly and say that the other bathroom had someone in there. Unless this guy is lying and there was no one in the other bathroom, and he intentionally went into that bathroom just so he can see his friend's mom do the quote-unquote devil's tango.
So I remember I jumped into the closet that kind of had like slits pointing down so you can see through it.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Go jump into the closet in their room and hide. Does he think that the kid's mom is gonna like get super mad at him because he had to use their bathroom because there was someone else in the other one? I really don't think so. I don't think they're gonna care whatsoever.
And boy, was that a mistake. Because when they walked in, all I hear the big guy say was, "You ready for round 2?" And I was absolutely terrified. It was like I was watching something straight out of the Devil's Hub.
The Devil's Hub. Truly a scary experience. It was just like he was watching something straight from the Devil's Hub. This dude doesn't watch scary movies. He just signs onto the quote-unquote Devil's Hub, and that gets him pretty spooked.
And I was absolutely scared. But what ended up happening next was super embarrassing, and I absolutely was scared. Fall for part 3. You don't want to miss this one.
Like, are you fucking serious right now? We already did the follow for part 2. There's a part 3. Like, how many parts are there? there. This is ridiculous. Whatever, here's part fucking 3. Jesus.
I was hiding in the closet and I see his hot mom and the big guy walk in. I was absolutely terrified. I remember sitting in there and I ended up seeing them, watching them doing the whole entire Devil's Tango for like 2 hours.
He was terrified, guys, but he didn't close his eyes. He didn't turn around and curl up in a little ball and sit in the closet and like rock back and forth and be traumatized or anything like that. No, he just sat there and watched for literally 2 hours fucking straight. How unfortunate that he was put in this terrible, horrible situation. It's not as if he intentionally put himself in that spot so he can sit there and watch like a little creep or anything like that. No, he was terrified.
I was absolutely terrified. It was absolutely disgusting, and it seems like it was something straight out of the Devil's Hub.
I cannot stand these little Devil's Hub, Devil's Tango. Like, what the hell is that shit?
But then afterwards, my friends started looking for me because they had no idea where I was. And they decided to do a search party around the house. And when they asked the hot mom where I was in the middle of doing the Devil's Tango, the big guy stood up and started looking for me.
So the friends just confronted the mom and the big guy, like, while they were clapping? What the hell, dude?
When the room ended up becoming empty and everyone was looking for me, I remember I literally jumped out of their window and decided to go around to the front door acting like I just came from home. And after that, I never decided to go into his hot mom's master bedroom ever again. Fall for more embarrassing stories.
So not only is this guy butt-ass naked walking around the house looking for Bubba shorts, but Bubba also gets to just go and escape out of a window. And by the way, the window's on the second story. He said that he went upstairs in like the first story to get to the master bedroom.
And he went upstairs to see my friend's hot mom.
We just jumped out of a 2-story window, and then he just walked up to the front door completely fine, not even a little bruise on his body. He didn't even mention that it hurt or anything. Like, you'd think maybe like a broken leg or something like that, jumping out of a 2-story window. No, but he was perfectly fine. I guess he's just a parkour expert. Anyways, next up, we have a video titled "We Did It on the Ferris Wheel." Oh boy.
Doing the Devil's Tango in an amusement park, I'm not gonna lie, it's not the smartest thing in the universe.
No, that actually might be one of the dumbest things in the universe to do. Doing that shit in public is literally so illegal. You're gonna pick up like 4 charges if you do that. Probably go to jail. Also, you're at an amusement park. I'm sure that there's kids everywhere. That's literally a one-way ticket to the offender list. Like, I mean, I know for sure this story isn't true. None of this guy's stories are true whatsoever if it isn't fucking obvious. Like I said in the beginning, this guy most likely has not even ever done this shit once in his life. Still probably trying to find the one, which is okay. There's not a problem with that. But I mean, if you have a whole entire channel based around it, kind of cringe.
But I remember back when I was in high school, I think it was like my grade 10 year, there was an amusement park where basically you were able to go to every Halloween and have like this like Halloween themed amusement park. It was called Fright Night in Vancouver.
Yeah, I don't think anyone needed an explanation of Fright Night. Literally every amusement park on planet Earth does a Fright Night. Anything to stretch it out though, am I right?
And I remember me and all my friends wanted to go, so we decided to. We all went down there, we all checked it out and stuff, and when we were there, I remember we saw another group of girls that were kind of like, you know, chilling with just the girls. And knowing they were just the girls and we were the guy group, we thought it'd be cool to kind of like walk up to them and kind of combine our friend groups. I know, kind of cringy of me to say, but at the same time, that's what we did.
That was cringe of you to say, that you met a group of girls and hung out with them with your friends. Yeah, nothing else in any of these other videos that you have said have been cringe, but no, this is the cringe thing. Not the Devil's Cream or Devil's Tango. No. It's the fact that you're talking to girls. That's so cringe. Oh my god.
And I remember when we did that, there was one certain girl that always kept looking at me, and she was beautiful. Don't get me wrong, she was a little tall, but she looked outstanding. So I remember she came up to me and we were kind of like grouped up in pairs to the point where it became like 6 people on like a quadruple date. I don't know. And then what ended up happening next was actually kind of awkward. Follow for part 2.
Follow for part 2. Follow for part 2. No, I will not follow for a part 2. In fact, I already have part 2 right here. There will be no following involved.
The girl I was with during the Halloween event was really close to me, and she was actually really nice. We ended up going on some rides together, we ate together, and I remember as we were eating, we kind of like all grouped up all together, like me and the boys and her friend group, and we all sat down at a table.
Dude, 99% of the things that he's telling in these stories is absolutely useless information. You and all the people that you just met went to eat, and you all sat down at the same place. No way. I would have never have guessed. Like, literally no one cares about this right now, okay? No wonder his stories take like 20 parts to get through. Like, Jesus Christ.
When we sat down at the table, I remember they were all kind of like flirting with each other, and me and this girl, we were flirting, but she took it to a different extent. I guess this girl was like really like in the mood, if you know what I'm saying.
This is honestly just beyond painful. Like, seriously.
So I remember me and her, we decided to like kind of stand up and leave like the table early without finishing our food fully, because she wanted to go on this thing called the Ferris wheel.
A thing called the Ferris wheel? What the hell is he talking about? What's a Ferris wheel? Never heard of that thing in my life.
If you guys don't know what a Ferris wheel is, I would get out of living under a rock, because it's very common in most amusement parks.
Dude, that's not nice. I'm sorry, bro. I just don't know what a Ferris wheel is. You didn't have to go that hard on me. Seriously, who the hell actually doesn't know what a Ferris wheel is? Why is he even saying this right now? If you don't know what a Ferris wheel is, like, who's the person who doesn't know what a Ferris wheel is? They're literally everywhere.
I remember we ended up going to the lineup, and I remember when we went to the lineup, she started grabbing me by the leg and kind of going up my leg and feeling me out, let's just say. And what ended up happening next, well, I think it's obvious. Fall for part 3.
I literally hate this dude so fucking much. Holy shit. Like, why does this need a part 3? You already told literally the whole story. I can't wait to see what kind of bullshit this dude comes up with for part 3. All right, let's just check it out.
Her were getting really close over time as the lineup kept going. Anyways, we started getting on the Ferris wheel, and the guy looked at me that was letting us go on the Ferris wheel, and he kind of winked at me, which was really weird. To this day, I never understand why.
Yeah, he wanted to go on the Ferris wheel with you. Kind of rude that you just ignored him, honestly.
Now, I should probably say this Ferris wheel wasn't a normal Ferris wheel. Like, if you think about it, the Ferris wheel would start from the bottom, go up to the side, stop for a couple minutes, go up to the top, stop for a couple minutes, and it kind of had like a 3-way rotation. So every like 90 degrees, there was a stop at. I remember the first 90-degree stop, we stopped at like, the side, and this girl started making out with me like crazy. Like, she was going off.
She was going off. Dude, this guy is so cool. I wish he was my friend.
It got to the point where she reached her hand down my pants.
His exact face as it happened.
And let's just say we like, started getting really touchy. And then after that, when it went to another 90 degrees and we were at the top of the Ferris wheel, the very top where no one could see us, we ended up doing the Devil's Tango.
Like, this is just weird as hell, honestly. You're at an amusement park on a ride. I'm sure that there's tons of kids everywhere, and you're doing that. Like, this story's fake, like I said, but just imagine if it was real. Like, he can literally choose to tell any story whatsoever. Any story at all. He's just making up shit. And he chose this as the story to tell. Like, what?
It was really awkward because the Ferris wheel started moving when we were halfway done. And let's just say everyone saw us doing it. Or should I just say the one kid that was screaming out loud?
Yep, Bubba is honestly creepy as hell. Like, what the fuck?
And from then on, I remember we put on our clothes super quick, and it was the most embarrassing thing ever. Fall for more embarrassing stories.
Yeah, that was so embarrassing. You know what's embarrassing? Your whole entire YouTube channel, Mr. Bubba. Bye. Haven't seen enough? I got you. Check out this video right here. I'll see you over there.